Hello, geography class. Happy Tuesday. Even though this Tuesday is a lot like a normal Thursday, because tomorrow is our last day before the long weekend. Yes, very cool. I'm very excited. I hope all of you are very excited as well. But we still have a few things that we need to get done before then. So please go ahead and check out the screen as I share my screen and I begin the presentation for today. Today, we're going to be focusing on American stereotypes. Remember, this unit, stereotypes are going to be something that we look at. We're going to look at which ones of them can be true, somewhat true, or even if they are somewhat true, how they can be very harmful to the people that these stereotypes are about. So we're going to go about learning about that with America today. So our daily objective is I can research American stereotypes. But first things first, we are going to finish our storyline activities from yesterday. So you will be placed into the same groups as yesterday. You will spend the next 15 minutes working on it, okay? I want you to go through your story at least 3 times. But if you have time to do more, please do. Okay? Ready? Go. All right, everyone, welcome back. I hope you had some fun learning about each other's storyline activities. I hope you had some fun putting those together. All right, so before we get going on the activity for today, we are going to review stereotypes, okay? Stereotypes are a fixed idea that many people have about a thing or a group that may often be untrue or only partly true. And people have stereotypes about a lot of groups and places, okay? These stereotypes can appear positive or negative sometimes, mostly negative, but sometimes they can be positive. And it is important that we understand that everyone has stereotypes, but we should do our best to look past these stereotypes at the actual person. So here's some examples of stereotypes we just learned about, okay? One stereotype about Canadians is that they eat maple syrup every day. Another stereotype about Canadians is that all Canadians live in igloos, okay? But these are false stereotypes. Canada makes a lot of maple syrup for business, but almost no one eats it every day, right? So just because this stereotype is harmful to Canadians, because just because they do something for business doesn't mean that that thing defines them, right? Their business does not define them. And not all Canadians live in igloos. An indigenous group, the Inuit, used to use igloos for hunting trips, right? But almost no one uses igloos anymore. Most of them live in houses, right? We all have the modern technology of this world. And this stereotype is harmful because it makes fun of the Inuit people and their heritage, as well as assuming that all Canadians are Inuit, which they are not, right? The Inuit have been living in northern Canada for 10,000 years, okay? Canada as a country is less than 200 years old. So when we think about who's been there longer, who's pretending to be who, the Inuit are actually deserve a lot of our respect. So after that little review of stereotypes, what they are and how they can be harmful, we are going to work on researching United States stereotypes, okay? United States stereotypes are trickier than Canadian stereotypes, okay? I just gave two very clear, very false stereotypes, right? Obviously, not everyone eats maple syrup every day. Obviously, not everyone lives in igloos. These stereotypes are obviously wrong, but some American stereotypes are a little bit harder to define, okay? So while going through the list that we're going through, understand that while it may seem like there's some truth to these stereotypes, remember that not all Americans are like this, okay? If there's a stereotype that is largely negative that you think might be somewhat true, not all Americans are like this. And there are a lot of Americans out there who actively try to push back against those stereotypes. Think about your teachers at AIS. Most of them are American. And most of them, including me, we're not terrible people and we're not defined by these stereotypes. Okay? All right, geography. I want to give you the most amount of time possible to work on this assignment for the rest of the day. Whatever you don't finish will be homework. You can work in groups if you would like. Just message Teacher Maypo what Zoom groups you would like to be in. But other than that, you may work independently. So geography students, thank you all for being here with me today. Thank you all for doing your best. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.